Back on Falcons franchise, we are 7-8, and the last episode, I just don't think the game played as well as I would have wanted it to. Obviously, we got crushed, that's no fun. You know, I don't want to be winning every game, but I also don't want to be getting absolutely crushed. And even though we made it a close-ish game at the end, this game was not close. I think we'd all agree. And the Colts are just not good enough to pound us into submission like that. And even though it was too easy to run the ball on default all Madden sliders, it was impossible to run the ball with the last sliders. So I'm importing my custom sliders from the main menu. That's the way to do it, in case you didn't know. It's stupid that you have to do it that way, but this is a way to get it to actually work well. I'm boosting run blocking up to 39. That might not seem like a huge boost from 34, but that's what I've decided to go with. And I've also boosted it for the computer as well. They had way too tough of a time running the football as well, so that's been boosted to 43. We're trying to find the happy medium of what actually happens in real life. So that's maybe my defensive line can get a pressure every now and again, right? And maybe we can actually move the football sometimes. We don't need to score a touchdown every possession. I think that's the expectation when people watch. You know, they go, you got to score a touchdown every possession. A was open, B was open. I can't look at every single thing on the screen at once. I don't have like lobster eyes looking two different directions. I'm doing the best I can. I'm going to miss things. I'm not good at the game, clearly. But that's part of the charm, part of the appeal. You know, if a guy went up to the plate and hit a home run every time, would you like to watch that? That would actually be so sick. But that would be so cool. No, that would be awesome. That's a bad example. Anyway, what do we need to do against the Bears? Do I want to guarantee a win? We're going to show improvement. Staff and I are putting a ton of time into correcting the issues they've had. We were expecting to see major improvements this week on that side of the ball. I don't know what side of the ball we're talking about. Oh, no. Allow 2 or fewer offensive touchdowns to the Bears. Feels like that's just not going to happen. They have Justin Fields, and he's fast. That's a review of Justin Fields, and it's all Madden. The sliders are boosted in some ways, subtracted in others, but we know what the opposing quarterbacks can do. Justin Fields, I'm sure, will continue to be a problem. I just know that's the way it is. Checking out the injury report for us. Julio Jones, still done for the season. Felipe Franks, I'm just not reinstating because what would the point even be? If we look at the Bears have Eddie Jackson out for the season effectively with a broken thumb, PCL sprain for Khalil Herbert, and a broken hand for Tyreek Stevenson. So some good young players are out. Eddie Jackson, maybe not super young anymore, maybe late 20s on him, maybe close to 30 at this point. And we might see a lot of Roschon Johnson in this one. Hook him. Ricky Williams in the back, not Roschon Johnson. You're going to have to use your imagination. It's a Texas running back jersey. That's as close as we can possibly get to Roschon at this point. Is he the starter? No, it's another Texas running back, Deontay Foreman, but Roschon's number 2. We might see both of them today. I knew Deontay Foreman was a starter. I think he might be on my fantasy team. I don't know. I definitely have Roschon at least. Yes, I do have Deontay Foreman. And Roschon Johnson. You know what they say about fantasy, right? You want to target multiple backup running backs from the same team. It's a great strategy. No, but it is a dynasty league, and we have massive rosters. I'll show you my team real quick because people care. It's my first year playing fantasy football in over a decade, and you're not going to like my team. But this is what we have. So it is a 2-quarterback league. In a dynasty league, so quarterbacks are the most valuable, and passing touchdowns are weighted more heavily, so it's more points for passing touchdowns than in base leagues, even though this is PPR, and it's also more points for big passing games, so if you pass for a certain amount of yards, you get a boost on top of that as well. So QBs are the most valuable. My first 2 picks were Trevor Lawrence and Anthony Richardson. My 3rd round pick was T. Higgins, who you'll notice is not on this team. I made like a bad trade because I wanted Bijan so badly. Maybe it's not an awful trade, but Bijan, of course, my guy. I don't know if you guys have heard of him in Falcons franchise. I traded T. Higgins and Josh Jacobs for Bijan Robinson and Quentin Johnston to Eric Rayweather. Johnston, I mean, I wanted Jackson Smith and Jigba, but I settled for Quentin Johnston. I really just wanted Bijan, is what it comes down to. T. Higgins is a beast. Josh Jacobs is great, but 25 years old. Not super old for a running back, obviously, but the 21-year-old Bijan, who I love, is obviously going to be a little bit better for me. I don't really care about fantasy football. As I said, this is my first time doing fantasy in over a decade. I just want to have some players I like. Had to go out and get Bijan. So I know the team doesn't look insane or anything, but you got to remember, it is a very interesting league in terms of scoring and the roster sizes, and it's a 12-person league as well, if I didn't mention. So my team doesn't look incredible. I totally recognize that, but we're working on it. We are working on it. And it's a dynasty league, too, as I mentioned, with all keepers. So we keep everybody. It's like the closest you're going to find to running an actual NFL offense. No defensive players in this one. But I think a lot of YouTubers you might be familiar with are in the league. Not like all of them. A lot of MLB The Show guys. Dimu is in it. The Ant Ortiz, Wheels, Ely 6, MLB guy, Giraffe Neck Mark, Eric Rayweather, Mr. Hurricane, Gut Fox, some Ultimate Team guys, right? McGunsky from the MLB community as well. Oh, Not the Expert, of course. Yeah, anyway, I know most people don't care about that, but if you did, those are the players in the league and the team. But yeah, back to Falcons franchise, of course. Can we get gold? Yes. Play just sounded like Vince McMahon. I'll throw back for you. And Clark Phillips has an upgrade before we start. It's always going to be slot for Clark Phillips. That's actually not true. I definitely want to upgrade zone coverage as well. Slot really tends to favor man coverage a ton, but I need that zone coverage to be in the 80s. That's kind of what I'm shooting for. But I'd like tackling to be higher as well. I don't know that it's always going to be slot. I want to run that back. I want to take that back. And there is the man we have to stop today. Well, another one. Everyone they're going to show, realistically, is somebody we have to stop. Because what they want to accomplish is the direct opposite of what we want to accomplish. As we're going to go to Soldier Field here in Chicago, Illinois. I will say the best part about playing on the road is not only wearing the awesome throwback alternate uniforms that I'm not wearing today, but it's actually being outside in the sun as opposed to the dark, like, cavern that is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Falcons franchise. I'm trying to get screenshots for thumbnails, and it's like I need night vision goggles to even see what I'm looking at. And here we go. Younghoe Koo kicks it back to Landry. Landry returning kicks for the Bears. Landry. I have no idea who that is. Landry. Landry Jones, the Oklahoma quarterback. That must be who that is. No, where's it? Tom Landry. Jarvis Landry's on the Bears? What are we doing? Not somebody I even thought of. Yeah, Javaris Landry is currently an NFL free agent. I almost said that with a straight face. He is a free agent, though. Somebody has actually mispronounced his name as Javaris Landry before. It's so funny. If you ever want to just laugh at people mispronouncing names, go watch people open football or baseball cards or whatever. These guys probably have never watched a game in their life. They love collecting the cards, which can be totally fun. But oh my goodness, when they open them, they've never heard of like the most basic players, and oh my goodness, they will come through with some of the worst pronunciations you'll ever hear. As Jason Fields, yeah, they do that. Jason Fields scrambles for 20. It's amazing. It's not even mispronunciations too. It's just getting the name wrong. As Fields is going to be a problem today. We got to figure this out. Justin Fields is one of the fastest quarterbacks in the league, clearly, but he's also so big. So he's tough to bring down. He's shifty in space. He's a problem. We're going to run the football. Deontay Foreman, I think he rushed for 2,000 yards at Texas. I think he won the Doak Walker. So, you know, he pretty good. 2nd and 10. Bears going from empty here. We're going to pass commit, but it could be, yeah, it could be a screen, and it's going to be. Oh, Jeff Okudah. Way to slow him down. That's honestly a fantastic effort. Could have worried about the draw there as well. Mercedes Lewis. I think he actually did sign with the Bears, right? Yeah, I think he did. What a long NFL career he's had. It's going to be a screen to the other side. Anderson in pursuit, diving, and we bring down Deontay Foreman. Great stop from our defense, all over their screens. And this is actually going to be kind of a long field goal. 50 yards. See if Robbie Gould's kick is good. And it is, literally right down the middle. Okay, hopefully it's a little easier to run the ball. The Bears' defensive line is not good. So we should be able to do this a little bit. There goes Bijan Robinson. We're back, baby. 22-yard pickup from Bijan. That's how we want to start this game. That's his longest run in like 3 games. So we'll take that. Working off play action. Kyle Pitts release. Either we threw it way too early or too late. But I think way too early. Or maybe just shouldn't have thrown it at all. My focus has been trying to get rid of the football as quickly as possible. And sometimes that can definitely hurt you. There's Sammy Watkins. He just likes to stand on the line of scrimmage and not move when we snap the ball. I got a problem with that, Sammy. It's an effort thing. And it throws off my entire timing. It's the expectation of him being somewhere and then not being there. So here's what's going to happen. Pitts and Watkins are either going to get open or Patterson's going to be wide open. If he's not picked up, we're going to run that way. And we're going to try to throw on the run. Cordero Patterson caught it into the end zone. Touchdown. These rollout throws are my favorite thing to do in the world because I can actually do it. I have an open lane to the receiver. Desmond Ridder hits Cordero on the run. And it is a beautiful throw and a well-orchestrated touchdown. Is it the classic pocket pass that you want? No. But you know what? It's a great throw on the run, showcasing that athleticism and accuracy and taking advantage of a mismatch. Cordero Patterson on a linebacker. However athletic that linebacker is, Cordero Patterson on Tremaine Edmonds is a phenomenal matchup for us deep down the field. It just is. 7-3 Falcons. 2nd and 12 for Chicago here. Spreading things out. Still could be a run. Still could be a run. Justin Fields taking off. There he goes. It was a run. He had open receivers deep down the field. Just chose not to take any shots at him. Be 3rd and 9. Make a tackle. Make it. Oh, please, dude. Not going to let Deontay Foreman beat us. Well, that we're really not. He's hurt. So, might see more Tristan Ebner and Roshan Johnson. Good defense from us as we are shutting down the Chicago passing and rushing attack at the moment. Presley Harvin with the Bears. Cordero, what are you doing, buddy? He touched that? I think that was muffed. I can't see the ball. It's a fucking touchdown. I can't see the ball! I switch on, and he runs back to the ball, doesn't catch it. Then we can't pick it up. We've run over it twice now, and they recover in the end zone for the score. The Bears have taken the lead. Okay, wow. That is a moment. That's a moment. All right, jumping back on offense. Yay. Should be fun. Cordero back out there to return. Nothing could go badly when he's back there. Good return to about the 30. Go Bijan. It's a good play. We'll take 3 yards. 3 yards every time is a guaranteed first down. Now you'd have to go for it on 4th every time. I think that's safety playing deep on the logo, by the way. He was so far off the ball. Should be able to run it at will when they do that, but Allgeier's going to lose this too. I don't know. Maybe we have to cut that back up the middle. It's a bad play. 3rd and 9. I don't think I'm going to like this play at all. We're going to keep in Patterson to block. I don't think that route is going to add anything. And I don't know where to go with the ball. Ridder just lob it away. Counts as a throwaway, I guess, but I just got to throw it away in those spots probably. That was not great, but I think I needed to choose a better play from the options because I just don't think we had enough space to really make that work. Good punt, though. 2nd and 7. Dropping back, trying to left the seam wide open. And Mercedes Lewis makes a juke and takes out 2 Falcons. Bears screaming down the field now. There's a huge play to end the first quarter. A lot of stuff happened. We're losing 10-7. Very interesting quarter. Get out. Oh, that might be a touchdown. Ogundeji's too slow. Roshan Johnson cut down by Jesse Bates. I knew it was going to be trouble. It's a 26-yard rush. And this, by the way, is the matchup of former Texas running back teammates. Roshan and Bijan. There are 3 Texas running backs in this game total. Deontay Foreman was not teammates of any of those, though. Little swing screen, or it's a fake swing screen. That's good defense. Ish. AJ Terrell forces the incompletion. I'd really like to hold them to just a field goal here, and I think this could still be a run. It's going to be. Read option. Fields taken out. Gets back to the line. He just completely vacated the middle of the field. Touchdown, Roshan Johnson. Yep, he's so good. I mean, I'd almost even allow it. Such a talent. Give us a block. There goes Bijan. He makes a man miss. Bijan, turn on the Jets. Tremaine Edmonds tripped him up, but it's another big run for Bijan Robinson. 3 rushes for 49 yards. As I said, 39 run blocking, I think might be the sweet spot. 34 was way too low. I think it was 34. But 39's playing pretty well so far. We've just had a couple of creases. And the Bears defense is not great. Especially in that front 7. Have some decent linebackers, but overall not amazing. As Bijan can only get 1. 2nd and 9. Cordero Patterson, he got open out of the backfield. He's broken a tackle, and Cordero Patterson is injured on the play. That was a great effort. He popped up immediately. Doesn't look that hurt, but now he's limping off. Can hardly put any weight on that left ankle. It's a great play, though. We've been a very balanced offense so far. 5 runs, 5 passes, and that was a huge play. I wanted to go to Bijan. I just choked. If they want to bring that free safety into the box and take away my screen here, or my slant, guess what? Oh, my goodness, they got in. We had Drake London for a touchdown. Kindle Vildor on the pressure, and it is a foot fracture for Cordero Patterson. Cordero is going to be done for the game and, unfortunately, the season. And now it's 3rd and 8. Streak the outside. Unlikely we check down to Bijan, but not impossible. How do we not get it out in front? I'm trying to pass lead, please. Have to take our points. Why are we iced? Is that their factor here? Their momentum factor? I have no idea if I'm even close with the meter. I have no idea. Kick is up and good. That is a miracle that I managed to make a kick in these conditions. That is a miracle. The fact that you don't even know if you're moving the kick meter in the right direction is what's most dangerous. How am I supposed to know if I'm even close? Does it reset if you're not holding it? Do you move it only slightly? I have no idea the answer to any of these questions. Oh, and we got blocked. There goes Roshan Johnson again. He's about to outrun Bijan. Oh, it's a dislocated shoulder for Mike Hughes, so he's going to be done. Clark Phillips coming in, and we are dropping like flies. Not good. Bears probably trying to chew as much clock as they can. Nice little check down. Broken tackle by Mercedes Lewis. There goes another. He's still on his feet. Loses 4. 2nd and 14. We're blitzing. Nice hit from Jesse Bates. Pressure was coming in hot. Fields got rid of the football, but couldn't find anybody. And it is now 3rd and 14. We have to get pressure here. We're sending the house. Fields under pressure. Bring him down. It's Ogundeji. Finally, we got a sack from an edge rusher. Fields just tried to escape, but we contained. Made the play, and we forced the punt. Here goes Bijan. We're finding space. Nice. Good patience showcased by Bijan Robinson. 5 rushes for 62 yards. Comments are going crazy. He's too good. He is. You're right. He's so good. He's so talented. Underneath for Sammy Watkins. I want to get Sammy Watkins going a little bit. We got to unleash that talent that made him a former top draft pick. Already his 2nd catch in this one. Can we get one more snap before the 2-minute warning? We cannot. So down by 7, but knocking on the door. And hopefully we bust the door wide open here in a minute. 2nd and 4. Going empty. Kyle Pitts could be open right away. Can't be afraid to throw it to him. But no, we're just going to take it. Oh, my goodness. That ball was way, way, way farther up the field than I expected. Mac Hollins caught it, to his credit. But that was not where I wanted it at all. At all. 1st and 10. Oh, we're under pressure. Get rid of it. Or don't. 2nd and 20. Kindle Vildor, this little guy again. 2nd and 20. Pitts is open. Kyle Pitts hit on the run. Pitts down inside the 5. We'll have 1st and goal. Not calling a timeout. A draw actually could be really good here. We spread everything out. Look where their linebackers are. I can't even see them. Here's the draw. Bijan made one man miss. Clowney, the injured bear. They burn a timeout. I don't really know why on draws sometimes the snap is so bad. Kind of frustrating. 2nd and goal. Run up the middle. Tyler Algier pounds it in. And we're going to be tied. Algier with the vulture. Oh my goodness. And Jonnu Smith is carrying him on his back. Fireman's carry. And we are on fire. In Chicago. The Chicago Fire. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of parallels going on here. 17 up. We're blitzing. No. Just make a tackle. Broken tackle. Terrell wrestles down Jarvis Landry. 2nd and inches. 22 seconds for the Bears to try to get into field goal range. Or worse for us. Hopefully neither happens. Mercedes Lewis is built like a skyscraper. This guy's huge. Bears might have one more snap. And they do get it off. Quick throw outside. It's nearly intercepted by A.J. Terrell. That was a house call. A.J. Terrell drops what would be the go-ahead score. Still very early in the game. That had pick 6 written all over it. And just drops it. Just drops it. But we rallied to tie it. We have momentum going into the 2nd half. I feel good. This video is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy, the premier place to play fantasy sports this football season. And if you want to play my favorite type of fantasy contest, the higher or lowers with Underdog Fantasy, if your state is listed in yellow, you are eligible to play. If it is gray, you can do fantasy stuff with the best ball, but you can't do pick'em. Of course, if your state is black, you are not eligible. When you use code BENGAL, you'll get a deposit match up to $100, and you can hopefully win a ton by playing the pick'em game mode. I've made a number of different pick'em entries so far just for not only the NFL season, but also for individual weeks. Every single game, they're going to have different options you can choose from, whether you want to go higher or lower on Miles Sanders rushing yards like I have. I've also decided to pick Najee Harris higher on 49.5 rushing yards, David Montgomery higher on 51.5 rushing yards, Jahmyr Gibbs higher on 3.5 catches, and Alexander Mattison on higher 59.5 rushing yards. I feel like week 1, rushing is playing it a little bit safe because you can kind of predict carries for these guys, and oftentimes carries result in yards. A little bit easier to predict for me here in week 1, and we'll see how offensive production changes after this week. I put $10 down and I insured the slip. What does that mean? Well, if I get all 5 correct, I win 100. But if I only get 4 correct and 1 wrong, I still win. I get $25, so I'm still making money on my initial $10. So I usually insure. I don't always, though. Just threw $1 on this to win 20. I got to get all 5 right. If I get 1 wrong, I don't get anything because it's not insured. Jahmyr Gibbs higher on rushing yards. Burrow lower on rushing yards. Worried that maybe that lower leg injury could limit him and his mobility. Calvin Ridley and Trevor Lawrence, I think, are going to be a great connection. I have higher on receiving yards. I kind of feel like that 40.5 number is just a little bit too high with Elijah Moore getting into that offense now. And I will absolutely always go lower on Deshaun Watson passing yards given the opportunity. So use code BENGAL on Underdog Fantasy. You'll get a deposit match up to $100 when you sign up using my code BENGAL. Here we go. 3rd quarter action underway. Sammy Watkins back to return after Cordero Patterson exited. And he has a little bit of space. Nice return. All right. Let's block for Bijan. Wow, what a play. Bijan can only get 2. 2nd and 8. Play action. Kyle Pitts maybe. Find Drake London. He breaks a tackle and gets a block. I am playing very erratically. I'm taking way too many risks at quarterback, and it's working out up to this point. So in my mind, I go, oh, we just continue to play crazier and crazier. And eventually it's going to come back to bite us. No question. No question. Yeah, mistimed that throw. 2nd and 10. Bears showing pressure. Drake London uncovered in the slot. Nice catch. Drake puts the ball on the ground. Drake London, why? London Bridges falling down. Football falls out of Drake London's hands. And that is a complete momentum shifter. Just knocked out from behind. Clearly a fumble. And a huge shift of momentum in this game. This is a disaster. London not on the field. Grady Jarrett with the sack. Let's go. Read option. Get out there! Oh my goodness, Justin Fields off to the races. Oh, he's going to be faster than Caden Ellis. Take an angle. Terrell diving, trips him up. Broken tackle from Fields. It's a monster run from Justin Fields. I knew it was trouble right away. We crashed inside. Ebikadi did not hold the edge, and then Caden Ellis just could not catch up to Justin Fields. Too much speed for the Chicago quarterback. That is a tough one. Deontay Foreman back in the game for Chicago. They might have preferred Roschon Johnson the way he's played in this one, but they're both great Texas running backs. I don't know how you can even argue with either. Okay, Jesse Bates is not covering the running back. Going to the end zone. I'm so sick of Mercedes Lewis. It's unbelievable. I'm so sick of him. Dude's 50 years old, still catching touchdowns. Retire. Do you hate your family that much? Do you hate your family that much that you're still playing at 60 years old? Get off the field. Oh, give us a block. Bijan, nice change of direction. We got good blocks on the outside as well. Probably should have done a little bit more in the open field against the DBs there, but still a great run. We're finding the open space with Bijan. We're being so effective. It's just, we haven't done that every time. I know it seems like we are because of his yards per carry, but we're not doing it every time. Got shut down a bit there. 2nd and 7, working off play action. That's not who I went to! Oh my god, just kidding. Yes, it was. You can tell because I did a touch pass, which I never do. As I'm going to check down, I accidentally hit the button to throw it to Drake London. I wanted to just dink it down to Jonnu Smith and let him run after the catch. And that's obviously not what happened. Threw a snowball sky high. That was completely intentional. I meant to do that. And I'm just really good. I just want to, like, and you guys know I throw on purpose, right? Because I don't want you to feel badly about you, so I give you somebody to be like, to laugh at, like, the court jester, right? But obviously I'm so good, I know exactly what I'm doing, and it was a good example of it there. I don't really love read option here with how wide. Is that Travis Gibson? I don't know. I think it is. Maybe it's not. Is he 79? He's so wide. He's like in a wide 9. Yeah, we're just going to take delay a game. I know that seems stupid. I want to save my timeouts. We're down in the game right now. I couldn't audible in time, and I didn't want to run that play. All right, 2nd and goal. Who wants to get open? Do this every time. Oh, my goodness. Just throw it away. I knew it would come back to bite me. I knew it would. I knew it would come back to bite me. Just throw it away in that spot, dude. It's such a bad interception. It's so bad. Yeah, Bijan is open, and he ran away from the sideline. That's what they do. They sit wide open on the sideline, and you know how no offensive player is ever taught to run toward coverage? Jesus Christ. You're supposed to settle, and the quarterback will find you, or you work across the field. You don't run back into coverage. But yeah, I needed to throw it away. But obviously, didn't want it to be thrown back towards the defenders. Should be obvious. Read option. We played it so well. Field shut down. 3rd and 8. We're going to pass commit here. And we need to get after Fields. We got chipped. Let's go back into coverage. It's a great play by A.J. Terrell. I feel like he's almost lining up in the slot a lot. And maybe he didn't there, but he got taken across the middle of the field. Made a great play. 4th and 5. Chicago will punt, and essentially no harm, no foul on the interception. We do lose a ton of time and field positioning, or field position. But that's a terrible return. But we're going to be okay. We're going to get the football back there. Bijan has hit 2,000, by the way. 2,000 yards rushing for Bijan. The NFL record for rushing yards in a season is 2,105 from Eric Dickerson. That wasn't a 16-game season. He had 379 attempts that year. Bijan, way less than that. And then we do also have an extra game. Of course, these are 17-game seasons now. But yeah, it is a lot of rushing yards to get. That was Eric Dickerson's second season. His first season, he had 390 attempts, led the league at 1,800 yards rushing. And in that 1984 season where he rushed for 2,105, had 5.6 yards per attempt. So a very good season, obviously. 3rd and 6. Kyle Pitts open. Yes, just open enough. Good throw from Ritter after a bad throw on the previous play. And we might have a snap or two before the end of the third quarter here. I think we're just going to have one. Unless we, quick throw and incompletion. And that's exactly what happened. Nice. Right on cue. Couldn't get the football out quickly enough. Last play of the third quarter. Threw it quickly to Sammy Watkins, who breaks a tackle, gets the first down and more. That's what I want when I call that play. Is Sammy Watkins to explode back upfield with the football in his hands. We have 241 yards passing. But we've been fairly effective on offense today, so I don't really feel like we need to change anything too much. Just need to, convert on chances. Working off play action, we're getting blitzed. Great blitz pickup by Bijan, finding Kyle Pitts on the run and finding the end zone. Touchdown, baby! Kyle Pitts ties it up. That is huge. Desmond Ritter under pressure, by the way, threw a great ball, but I'm going to tell you, the MVP of that play is Bijan Robinson with the blitz pickup to buy us a second more of time in order to throw that ball. And that is just the most timely touchdown. 24 across the board for each of these teams. And got momentum. Got to keep it up. This can be a win. This can be a win. We just got to keep doing our thing. 2nd and 9. I feel like it is a gamble to pass commit here, but it's what we're going to do. They run the ball. Congratulations. Jeff Okuda giving a lot of coverage there, or a lot of cushion, excuse me. Grady Jarrett is injured on the play. It's not ideal, because I'd like to have him here on this 3rd and 5. Arnold Ebiketie not rushing the passer. We're going to now because it was staying in a block. How do we overrun that, dude? This is just why I got a cut stick. When you go to actually tackle them with conservative, they just don't ever animate for the tackle. Darnell Mooney. Money with 2 O's, beats us down the field. Also, terrible coverage. That was really, really bad. He got cooked. And then we just tried to wrap up, and Trey Flowers ran right by him. Trey Flowers sucks. I will never accept responsibility for that being my fault when I just go right up next to him and press the tackle button, and they just don't do it. That's frustrating. Can anyone tackle Mercedes Lewis? Finally, he's injured. About time. That's a touchdown. All right. That's tough, man. That's a really tough thing. Deontay Foreman finds the end zone. That was a quick score. 2nd and 4. Genevieve Clowney not only held the edge, read Desmond Ritter, still comes back to make a play on Bijan. 3rd and 3. We're going to run the football. And we're going to run away from Genevieve Clowney after that one. He's always been a really good run defender. And that's, decent enough blocking. Tyler Algier going to check into the game. We got good blocks. Look at Algier. Another broken tackle for him. That's a first down. Oh, look at Bijan. Unreal run after catch ability. That was beautiful. Juke left, juke right. Maybe in reverse order. I can't remember. I black out when Bijan touches the ball. Algier going to give Bijan a breather, and we're going to give him the football. That's tough. Rolling out, making the throw on the run. Mac Hollins! It's nearly led into the waiting arms of Williamson. I can't believe that's not a first down. Instead, we're looking at 3rd and 10, and I don't like these routes. I really don't like them. Hopefully Drake London gets open. We're going to throw to Mac Hollins up the seam. He had it in his hands, and he drops it. Mac Hollins, man. That's tough. We are going to take our points here. Oh, God, this again. I see the meter slightly. Still going to be a tough kick. Here it is. And it is barely good. If we have to kick a game-winning field goal, I don't like our chances. I really don't. I know I made 2 of them, like, somewhat easily. I am so nervous every single time that happens. Every single time the ball gets kicked on those extra points or field goals, it scares the living daylights of me. Or maybe it's just field goals. But yeah, it scares the daylights out of me. And it's incredibly frightening. Because, and not to brag, but there are numbers. But the fact that, you know, 150,000 people are going to see me absolutely shank a field goal is devastating. So I know how these kickers feel in real life. It's something. 3 minutes to go. And we got to stop the run, but we can't just completely collapse inside because Justin Fields could easily just keep it. And then he's gone to the outside. We've already seen that happen in this game. 2nd and 9. They're spreading us out. We're going to option the QB here if this is read option. That's going to tell Ogundeji, hey, don't crash down. It's defensive pass interference. How is that? How is that the call, dude? He's not going to catch it. We're all over him, but we don't make contact until the ball is past him. That's a game-changing, absolute game-changing play. It's a bad thing. Roschon Johnson. We're gonna save our timeouts. It's gonna. Well, probably should have used it there to be honest, but by the time I even thought about it, it was too late. Roschon Johnson gonna cancel our field goal probably. That's a big tackle. Okay. If all goes well, we're going to have a minute. Score a touchdown with no timeouts. They're spreading the field, man, but I don't think they're passing the ball. I think it's bait. That's devastating. That's the game. That's game over. And that is the ball game. Bears in victory formation. We drop one here at the end. I mean, that is a really, really tough loss. We were in good position. It was a close, fun, entertaining game, I feel like, but we're not going to get the result we want unless we can force Justin Fields into a pass somehow. Actually, we're going to let him score. Miracle touchdown, onside kick, miracle touchdown, and we're back in. That was our best chance. A tackle there certainly ends the game. It's over. It's over, but we're going to try. 20 seconds, 1 timeout. I don't know what scenario could possibly happen where we end up winning this game. There's no chance. And Sammy Watkins drops the ball. That would have been as close to a chance as we had. And he drops the ball. Now it's actually over. I really felt like we had a chance there. Drake London down the field, overshot him. Down the field for Kaderil Hodge, who's caught the ball and is going to celebrate into the end zone for a garbage time touchdown. Now, this is interesting. If that's roughing the passer, the game can't end on a defensive penalty, but if we decline it and take the touchdown, which we're going to do, I think the game just ends. This is very interesting. 2-point conversion is going to make it a field goal game, but I don't think there's any time to even do an onside kick. But because of the Yeah. Yeah, what an end to this game. Oh, that's unreal. That's unreal. That's a Kadarrell Hodge touchdown. Maybe his first catch of the entire year. And I don't even know what to say. We lose by a field goal. One of the strangest games and ends to a game ever. Desmond Ridder ends up throwing for 380, 3 touchdowns to just 1 pick. Bijan rushes for 98 yards. Algier 4 carries for 10. Did have that touchdown, though. Has it over Bijan. Receiving Kyle Pitts 7 for 91 and a touchdown. Drake London 4 catches for 71 yards. Missed him a couple times. Big drop from Sammy Watkins, kind of. Patterson's out for the year now. Kadarrell Hodge, I mean, a 75-yard touchdown to lose the game is unreal. This was a tough loss. Obviously, one of those interceptions was really tough. Drake London, I don't know if it's going to show anywhere. Drake London fumbled the ball, which also erased points. That was really tough. This was a tough loss. I mean, that's really all I got for you. That one could have been won, and mistakes made by me, and then mistakes I couldn't control lost us this game. Kyle Pitts with an upgrade will take him to 90 overall vertical threat, meaning he will have access to a very, very, very strong ability, which is Route Technician. High success rate when creating separation on the last cut of any route. Now, Kyle Pitts is going to be option number 1. I'll tell you that. Team turmoil. That's a really tough loss. That's a really tough loss. We dropped to 7-9, and 7-9 does not guarantee us a playoff spot. Even in a super weak NFC this year, we are going to need, at minimum, a win next week to make the playoffs. Which, -7 morale for every player is not going to help that. Why does that have to happen now? It's a really bad time for that. Now, Desmond Ridder shines in Chicago. If the Falcons tweeted that out after that loss, I would pay to see the comment section. Patterson's done. I mean, there's not even really a point to put him on IR, but I guess we will anyway. Saints dropped to 6-10. We are 7-9. The playoff picture has us out and the Bears in. So in order to make the playoffs, we're going to need a couple things to happen. I think we need a Bucs loss or a Bears loss, and we're in. I think either of those things would let us in. I want to say we were ahead of the Bucs. We had the same record because we maybe have a tiebreaker, but it's really coming down to the wire here. And this is really realistically how the NFC South can finish. Panthers winning too many games probably at 12-4, but I think the NFC South is going to be a battle. It may be the battle of mid, but I think it's going to be a battle. Bijan with an upgrade as we end the episode. Going to do power back. Ooh! +1 speed for Bijan Robinson. Gets him up to 92. Looking very, very good and very close to 90 overall elusive back. But not going to be this episode. Probably not the next either. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.